twitch.tv/whatever that is.
Twitch TV. Oh, /RoboKilla.
Oh, there we go.
That's pretty easy.
KILLAH.
Yeah. And then the YouTube is user is /RoboKilla. Man, I don't even remember making it that easy.
Uh-oh. Oh, there we are. Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, it says we are offline. How does it say we're offline, but it's broadcasting and it says live?
Where does it say offline?
I pulled up the page.
My page?
Yeah.
How is it? Oh, there it is. No, it shows.
Oh, now it's at. There we go. It literally just flipped. I followed you, Robo.
Did you really?
We're live. You got one.
I just did the Judd Nelson.
Do you have to freeze in place, though? Oh, shit. He's froze.
Oh, my internet sucks.
Somebody kick him.
Hey, what's happening?
Yeah.
GL
Welcome.
Customs and Bionic Kasai.
We're going to try and do stuff with this.
Oh, watch this. Boop. Ah, I see you just fine.
There he is. Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know how this was going to work, so I thought, oh, might as well give it a shot.
Yeah, heck yeah. Well, it looks like, I mean, I have the stream up, so I can kind of see. Just, I was curious how it would look and pop. I like your bearded skull in the corner.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You couldn't see that here, could you? It's just
no. Well, now I can. Now it pops up because I think it's doing the feed.
Hey, Richard 22. What's happening?
Oh man.
Yeah, the YouTube. I didn't know how well it would go both ways and then show up here without me actually watching the screen. But I don't know. I kind of like that. But I'm gonna change my setup. That camera right
just blocks it.
Yeah, blocks where the chat window.
Nice. I have the chat down on my monitor that's right over here, so I can kind of glance down if something pops up. But I think there's like I think for the feed, it's like a 20-second delay or 15-second delay or something.
Yeah, I hate to click on it too because the sound's going to come out too. Oh well, nope, I've got it muted. Woo!
Oh, here I'm gonna try. Let's see if this works. Test.
Test.
There
How about
go.
that? Test.
This is a test. Oh man, he's dead. Bummer. Sorry.
Now, what were we talking about? We were talking about
Oh, what is the like that figure in your collection that has no like tie to anything, but is just that it has that little bit of importance where it's up there for you. Oh, Tony, hey buddy, that's Griff Rider.
Griff Rider. Hey fellas, what's happening?
What up?
Oh, I thought he put it again. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get used to that chat screen and not the YouTube one.
Oh yeah.
Even though the YouTube's coming through.
Oh, all of the YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube and on the same window. That's kind of cool.
Oh, so is this broadcasting live on YouTube too at the same time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, we're learning.
Like, yeah. I didn't know you could do both because, like I said, I'm new. Yeah, that's YouTube. That is Twitch.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so red. That's why I was confused. I'm like, I'm not seeing the red ones. Like the purple one popped up just fine. Son of my gun.
No, for figures that I don't care, that I care nothing about the property, I'd have to go with Beef Boss.
Oh yeah.
But I love the figure just because of what I think of the figure. You know,
just because of the ridiculousness of it.
Yeah.
Dude. Okay. So, Peely, like I want to get Agent Peely because it's a banana in a suit. I don't know anything about it outside of that. It's a banana in a suit.
It's a well, I was going to say an agent that is Peely.
Yes.
Hence the name Agent Peely.
It's like they know. My God.
And I don't have them laying here. I usually have Beef Boss around within reach.
That's why I set up my shelves like over here and over here. I can literally like reach up and grab like everything but like my Spider-Man and my X-Men Legends. Like
I have my G.I. Joe in a box. I don't even have a display spot for G.I. Joe yet.
Oh man, dude. The other day I was futzing around. I swapped out Scarlett's head with the like old stock Mary Jane head that came on that like 2-pack body.
Mhm.
Like it makes here. It doesn't have the ponytail,
Look at the rolling chair going all the way
right?
across.
But the trick is it's coming back. It just doesn't want to go as easy.
You have to push back towards.
That's when I hit the desk and everything falls. It'd be like that one with the fork, like the forklift where it hits the one shelf and just everything collapses. I'm sad it's not a fabric suit like they teased. Agreed, Tony. That Raging Asian. I'm guessing that's John. Hey, buddy. But I swapped out, I don't know, kind of an IDW look, I guess.
Yeah, I've been wanting to get, because if I were to do that, I wanted to do the gray suit widow with the short hair.
Oh shit!
With a good looking head.
Well, hold on.
But I look at it and I can't see anything but Black Widow.
Please don't knock over everything. Oh. See, like the Gray Widow is the one that I kind of grew up with. Again, child of the 90s. I like that the cover of Brown Suit Wolverine, Cap, and Black Widow like is so iconic in my mind. Ooh, that skin tone is rough.
Is it?
Well, I have the first release Scarlet, so it's like that really pasty. Oh man. The ball joint doesn't quite fit, but
does it not? But it looks so good. But then again, it's Black Widow. I can't unsee it. Plus, I don't think of Scarlet as having short hair like that.
Yeah, it's cool looking though.
So is this on YouTube as well? Yeah, it's on my personal YouTube channel just to test it out.
So, John is, John. You remember John? He came with us. He ate at the 98-pound buffet that I regretted so terribly the next day.
Well,
Oh my god. Oh no.
The fabric,
that head joint pop back that head on.
Mike talking about the fabric suit at Toy Fair last year. He was more like, hey, we're gonna try it out, see what happens. But they were already doing fabric with the AEW stuff.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
because they teased Orange Cassidy's look. Like it was. I think it was the week after the show, but because Jeremy popped up the it was Orange Cassidy's suit on like a Cody figure. Which, by the way, 2 more Codys showed today. Did you see that?
2 more Codys for Wave 4.
So they showed Wave 4. He's in his Revolution gear, which means I have him and Kenny on pre-order from Ringside Collectibles because
don't be pimping your toy stores on here, bud.
Hey man, no, I'm just saying that.
I know, I got you.
That has them up so far.
Yeah,
but I was like, again, we haven't seen anything in the state, like, so it's just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna pre-order just because I know it's gonna come then. Whether they fix the distribution or not. And then they showed off. I guess it's going to be kind of like when WWE did the entrance grates, where it's like, entrance specific gear, but it's Cody and he has the Brody belt, the red TNT belt, and he's like in the package, and he has like an entrance way behind him, and like I'm guessing it's a cardboard insert, but it looks like a Marvel Legends Deluxe package.
Gotcha. So that's the only. So they only showed the Codys.
They showed that, and then a picture leaked out of Kenny, and he's in his, again in his Revolution gear that I think he also wore at All Out. So I call it gold balls. I don't know what it's supposed to look like, but he's got like gold discs down around his discs.
Right.
No one ever puts up wrestling figures other than art. Yeah, no. I mean, but they do like they pay out the wazoo. That's why there's like the premium price on them at Ringside, because they get them flown over instead of boat.
And then they get the pictures first and plaster their watermark all over them.
Yep.
Oops, I don't have. Let's see, AEW.
Here, I can send you the image if you want.
Yeah, because it's not on their site, huh?
No, someone popped it up on Instagram. Here, do you want me to put it in the chat or send it to you on Messenger?
Either way.
Okay.
Or I'd like, yeah, you can send it to me sometime so I can talk about it next week.
Oh yeah.
Because there's always
something, man.
Oh, I clicked that in it.
Did it work?
Well, I can't copy it from the curse.
There we go. I just sent it over. I'm trying to find the picture of so it says Champion Cody leaked images. Future ringside exclusive ? So that makes 7 for Cody because he's got Series 1, the Ring exclusive, the Blood Brothers exclusive.
The Ring exclusive is Europe, though, right?
Yeah, it's UK. We got Series 4. Now we have the Champion Cody. So I guess 5. That's still crazy considering they're on Series 4.
But like I said, it's one of those things that
he's the big hitter. I mean,
yeah, they got to keep the EVPs going. You got to keep the He-Mans and your Proms and your.
I will be curious to see if they keep putting the Bucks out in a pair like as often because that's 2 figures in a line every time, you know?
Right.
Like whereas Cody or Kenny is easy to pop. Oh, and the image right below is the leaked image of the Series 4.
The other one?
Yeah, that's the Series 4 when he's in his all gold attire with his like legit when I was at Revolution, he had gotten his neck tattoo and we're like, "Oh man, that's cool. That's kind of weird for like an entrance gear like thing, you know, but it's kind of cool. That's his brand." And then like as the show is going on, my buddy just goes, "Oh my god, it's real." And he shows me a picture of him getting it inked on his neck. I'm like, "Oh,
really?"
What?
Like, there's nothing more dedicated than getting a big old neck tattoo.
Dude, and that thing is massive. Like props to him for the commitment. Like I'm not crapping him on him for that, but it's that thing of just like, holy crap. Like when you become your like father's image of, you know, even skinny Dusty, like that's gonna be a weird looking blob of color.
I like the entrance one, Champion Cody.
I kind of wish it had like the tunnel. Like you know,
either tunnel
on their entrance. I thought that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a cool like build a set.
Cody doesn't come through the tunnel though,
doesn't he?
No, he's got the lifting thing in the middle.
I forgot.
Yeah, he's too good for tunnels.
Although no, because the Nightmare family's been coming out with him the last.
Has he?
And then he's been coming through. I think the gate is only for like pay-per-views because I feel it's for special occasions. You only open the door. But
the Mafex Billy Butcher. They haven't even have they showed that? Is that been revealed? Is it already up for pre-order? Because
I'm sure it is somewhere.
Dang Metacom.
Dude, I'm so frustrated. I got Hush Batman over here, and I'm like, when's Superman gonna ship?
Right.
Like, I friggin' love that Hush Batman, and I'm like, oh man, if I could have a Superman of the same quality, like just fluttering about up, on the display.
I think he's scheduled for this month, but he may have been pushed to next month.
That's been the story since January, or not January, Jesus, November.
November. Well, they've all been pushed back, but most of what they scheduled 5 for December, and I think they released all 5 of them.
Did they?
They had pushed all 5 to, but I think January they've got 2 out.
Let's see.
Batman Miles, or was Miles December?
Miles was scheduled for December, and I only know a couple places that shipped them. But let's see. I can't find anything on Billy Butcher, but
we only have that tease with the laser baby.
Yeah,
behind the shoulder like they did with Homelander.
Mm-hmm.
Zoop. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't made it through The Boys yet.
I made it through season 1, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember reading this comic and being like, ooh, that's a lot. Like, that's a lot.
You're right.
That's a lot to take in. Um, that Peter Benjamin Parker is the one that I'm just chomping at the bit about right now. Is like I want that figure to come out so bad because it's like
I'm afraid he's going to be small, like because Miles
Yeah.
is small.
I mean he'll be in scale with the Hush Batman. I'm
I
guessing,
don't know.
or kind of close.
I don't know.
But yeah, that because that Miles looks mighty tiny.
And mighty tiny and mighty fragile.
Yeah. Well, and that's like because I have the comic Spider-Mans, and then I thought about getting the first Miles they released, but I'm like, he's adult sized. Like he was like that for like 2 issues in the comic because it's
Right.
based around him being Peter's age, and it's like, oh man, like that's really cool, but like I don't know.
Yeah, I passed on that one. I don't like them all coming out on top of each other right now.
Yeah, well, and
No.
I feel like that's gonna kill some of their market too.
Mhm.
Like
'Cause it's
a-
not like it's not stopping them from soliciting new ones.
well, and they're pumping the solicitations out.
2 at a time.
Yeah. Like this, so this is my Miles that is on my desk. It's just kind of a kit bash of I don't know. Trying to remember who did the kit with the Jordans.
Mhm.
But it's cloth goods this, and then I just swapped this head onto the original 2-pack body because you can't really tell about the webs, from that. So ends up just giving a nice effect, and I didn't have to pay $100 and worry about him snapping.
Yeah,
But
because I snapped mine.
Did you?
Yeah,
Where'd you end up snapping them?
both hips.
Oh dang!
Yeah, I thought they were turning. They weren't turning. And it was hard to tell. It was hard to tell under the pants. And it was finally when I got the shorts off to go for full costume mode, I looked and was like, oh, that's stressing. And it just took one more turn and it was just snapped. And they're so tiny.
Dude, I busted one wrist peg so far. I mean, I don't have a lot of Mafex figures, but they're nerve-wracking.
I've never had a lot of, well, back in the day, that C-3PO was a piece of shit. It fallen apart. And then problem here and there. It was about the same time was the Batman versus Superman.
Oh yeah.
Stuck joints and everything, but Batman was pretty cool. But I haven't had any big problems since then.
I think so. I think I when we were on Tiny Mang, I showed this one, but I had to just because I had the head sculpt and I was able to get a good deal on that one. But Captain funeral, Bruce Wayne.
Well, and now I've been thinking about because that's Affleck body, right?
Yeah, you can get them dirt cheap now because nobody wants them.
Well, I may have to
wait till he pops back up in a movie, and then I'm waiting on the mega Snyder cut to hit and it just explode. Great.
Right.
Now I hear that, and I have Beskar Mando on pre-order.
I wouldn't worry as much as the bigger, thicker figures seem to be okay. The only problem I've had is, and it's not even a problem. It was Wolverine and Carnage had the arm poppy problem.
Oh yeah.
If you pulled too hard.
I'm so tempted by that Carnage just because it's so it's iconic. Like Maximum Carnage was a huge arc when I was a kid. And so that and that Venom, but I played around with that Venom and he's so tiny.
He is small, and I just think of it as, first appearance. He wasn't huge.
Yeah.
He wasn't that small. But he wasn't
I was going to say
huge.
but that's my problem is I stand him in with the Legend and it's like, what?
Mafex Homelander will be my first Mafex. Got to get him to go with I saw that today, of course, right after the weekly posted. I was talking about the chest piece, and it looks like it's like Batman. It's a pec magnet.
Yeah.
Just the front piece comes off.
Dude, it's solid, man. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I mean, it looks accurate. It looks like I don't know. Looks like it'll be a pretty chunky, or not chunky, but resilient figure. Is that
right?
Putting it. But yeah,
I have a couple of Mafex.
Oh man, dude.
But stay away more often than not. too expensive to be broken. I hear that too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think they'll ever shake that.
No, I mean, well, I feel like with the aesthetic that they go for, like it's impossible to make some of those joints more resilient unless unless they switch to metal joints, which I don't think they do just because of cost. You know what I mean?
And the thing about it, you'll hear about a problem, but not everybody has that problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
The only figure or the only recent release that I can think of that had so many problems was that Wolverine. Like everybody was having issues with that one.
And that was just to snip the mushroom a little bit, pop the arm back on and go.
Then it was fine.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Oh yeah, well, I did have the Waldo on the Iron Spider.
Oh man.
Tiny. And oddly enough, I don't think they're that small, but Miles's hip joints are about that size.
Oh, so for real?
I think the smaller things get, the more fragile.
Man, I had that one on pre-order. I canceled it. Then I was like, I'm gonna pre-order the Sentinel, and then I was like, I pre-ordered that, and then I ended up canceling it because I made the little kit bash that I just showed him. Like, I love Spider-Man, and you know what? This one can fall off. Oliver, my kid can play with it. Like, no sweat. Like, I don't have to worry about it snapping and crackling and popping.
Yep.
No Rice Krispie syndrome for that one.
And I don't know. I almost want to go get it and show it, but. And then
you can.
I emailed Ami about doing a return or exchange or something, and I didn't figure, but they hit me back and they said, yeah, not a problem. Just take a picture of the broken figure along with the invoice, which didn't have an invoice in the box, or with the shipping label. And I had already shipped something else in that box to somebody else.
Oh no.
So I may end up just sending it off to what's his name? The repair guy.
Oh, Toy Mechanic?
Toy Canic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
Bill, see what he can do with it.
He just sends it back with a bunch of hot glue on it. Deal with it.
Just like, not worth fixing. And at the same time, I've got the Sentinel coming. That's a shitty attitude to have, though. Flip side, I have another expensive ass toy coming.
Yeah. Maybe that one won't break.
I broke this expensive one. Might as well get another one.
Next. Just every time. So you got the Mafex Spider-Verse Miles, but it broke, Robo. I assume you were shooting the review when that happened.
Yeah, I was shooting. Was it a Monday? What was going on that day? I didn't even get into the review part of it. Well, I think I did. I think I got, and I shut off the camera to go into like swap clothes or something.
And then it just snapped on you?
And then it snapped. Oh. And it was more of a kind of a, well, my brain went to this. Oh, I better get to something else because I got to get a review up today instead of dogging the model for the rest of the review, or saying, oh, this broke and post it like that. Yeah. I don't, because I would have just been pissed off. And I don't like posting videos like that. This damn thing.
Honestly, this guy was my surprise, my surprise figure that I just fell in love with is the SH Figure Arts Advanced Suit.
I think that was the last one I really liked.
Yeah, it's just so solid. And again, there's some import figures that feel like you sneeze the wrong way and it's gonna snap on you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that was last. I think after that was the video game version, and I didn't like it because they started swapping or switching up the articulation in the hips or something.
No, this one came out after the video game one, because the video game one is the Spider-Man that our good friend Sam absolutely is obsessed with and loves.
The video game one?
Yeah. The Gamerverse, the advanced suit from the video game.
Right. I used to be scared of Mafex after a bad Dark Knight Batman, but it seemed like it got better after. I've got to move my camera after Batman Begins Batman.
Since then, all the recent solicitations and no releases scare me for their future. The
Dark Knight Batman. Oh, yeah. Okay. 2.0.
Yeah.
Gotcha. because that was 3.0, wasn't it? Or was that Joker 3.0?
Oh god, they've released so many Jokers.
Because I really like, once they got on the ball, with the Nolan stuff, and all that collection is good after the 2.0s or the 3.0 or whatever it was.
Well, it's because they effed
Well,
up so many times prior.
well, sorry.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to
Ooh.
send a free 2.0 to everybody that didn't like 1.0.
Oh my god! And so
Yeah, that's
they
not happening.
closed.
No, it's not happening. Yeah, and Medicom goes out of business.
We don't know why. Outside
Yeah.
of wait.
I need to send in my Revel. Oh, really? Deku? Broke at the hip joints, another expensive and out of stock figure. I haven't had much problem with the Deku.
He's left us.
I'm out. I'm out.
This is how Robo ends the show. He just goes full diva and just runs away. I say good day.
I just leave it running.
That's fair. For people who have no idea who I am, my name's Dave. I'm a comic artist and toy customizer out of the Twin City area up in Minnesota. So yeah.
I was setting up at a show one time, and it was after hours, and I was just walking across what I thought was a quiet floor, and all I start hearing is Robo,
Robo,
Robo, Robo.
And so we continued to eat shitty food together and
Well,
try to traverse the iciest roads in years.
Yeah, and this guy's not used to ice and snow and shitty weather.
Despite your Viking look. There he is.
That's Revoltech. I haven't had a problem with that. Well, I can see the size of those are kind of. Ooh, yeah, those are small. I'm all moving it around like I just don't have enough light in this room.
Meanwhile, you're getting a really nice tan.
Okay, I can see that. I don't remember. I can't remember if I popped the ball.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, but
looking at those, little wrist pegs from SH Figure Arts. I think
look at that.
Holy shit.
That's your Moff X Miles hit.
Yikes.
It's such a tiny little thing.
Oh. I have a bunch of I have a Bago pegs. I could try to fix that one up for you if you don't want to send it to Toy Canic.
Well, the thing about it, I mean, what's something to compare to that everybody's got? Maybe a G.I. Joe figure? I mean, just look at the size of the limbs.
Yeah. Jesus.
But the hips, it broke off smooth at the drop down.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to snag onto here in the crotch piece. There's all the pegs in the leg. It's peg leg.
I wonder, because I just got some new dental bits for my rotary tool, and I've been fixing up a couple NECA figures, and I fixed the busted wrist peg on my comic Mayfek Spider-Man, because that was the one that snapped. So I was like, oh man. So it snapped off in the wrist, of course. I was like,
yeah. And I'm not real good about, I don't know. I've never had good luck with glue and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I see, for me, what I do is I just try to swap out the peg if I can. Like, because I did the it was like Bag O Revoltech joints a couple years back, and it was like 200 Revoltech joints for like $10.
Right.
And I was like, well, there's all kinds of sizes in here, and inevitably there's one that fits. And the nice thing is the ball size is so small that it fit, like, especially with like wrist joints and stuff like that.
Right.
It fits in pretty easy. So, but yeah,
I need to do that someday. Get some joints.
Dude, it's one of those things that I forget. Like, it's just like, man, I wish I could go somewhere and look something up and it just be there available. Then all of a sudden it's like, wait, dummy, like the internet. Ta-da!
Well, you can order anything on the internet.
Pretty much. But yeah, man, no, it's, I still think the hardest figure to repair was that 2-pack Hulk, the Marvel Legends, like it was Wolverine and Hulk first appearance, Wolverine one. The
Just a couple years ago.
yeah, the
Yeah.
ball, like the torso joint broke on one of my buddies, and like it broke in such a way that it was like, okay, I'm gonna have to like make a new joint, because where the socket joined in, it busted all around that. Like the plastic was just super brittle for some reason. So I ended up actually taking a piece of Romark, like cut it down, drilled out a new hole, re-embedded a new thing, then just epoxied the living daylights out of it to like rebuild that whole area, and then pop back on. The action on it's a little it's a little bobbly, but
Right.
you can pose it pretty well. But
I get to the point where it's like, if I can get it back on the shelf.
yeah. Well, I always try to at least get some motion, like some articulation back into it if I can.
Mhm.
But I mean, there's definitely I have a couple figures where it's just like I have the Vash the Stampede from Trigun from Kyoto back in the day. That thing's held together with spit and a prayer.
God, I always wanted that figure too.
It's an
way
amazing
back
figure. What
was that? 2000, 2001,
2001, something like that. Like because legit, I have him, and then I bought him and Wolfwood from another local shop here in the city, and I had actually gotten them for a friend for Christmas initially, and then he ended up getting them. So I was like, well, I really want to bust these open, but I know how much super glue is holding that figure together.
Right.
Like, and these have been jostling around in a package forever. So I was like, like, not gonna risk it.
Hey, I'm gonna say York. I'm assuming your name's backwards, right?
Looks like it.
York
capitalizations.
Caden.
Caden York, or York Caden.
Caden York. Oh,
No,
yeah, that makes more sense too, huh? I went for completely backward.
See how it is. Life is backward, Throbo.
Well,
It's. I'm quickly realizing how quickly this light dies that I have up above me, because it's just.
You seem to be getting more dramatic lighting as it goes on.
Yeah, it's it's not nearly as bright anymore. Oh man, I'm gonna pop that on the charge.
I have one buzzy light, and it's pissing me off.
Gotta check the ballast.
Yeah, but I've switched it out with another one, and it's the same buzz.
Uh-oh.
Odd.
Well, I'm gonna try this because I have it plugged in now. So maybe if it slowly gets brighter, you'll know I'm not getting hit by like an asteroid. Because it's alive.
Oh, I am full LED. I don't know why this thing buzzes. It's more like the case or that housing for it, because I can touch it and it feels like a vibration.
Do you have it on a stand, or is it mounted?
I've got it strapped to a tripod.
Maybe check the wing nut on the tripod. Maybe it's jostled loose.
Maybe.
Or any of the extensions. I mean, anything can cause a rattle.
Yeah, don't. But the other 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 don't do it.
I do not know.
Somebody come over here and repair my light.
I'm on my way.
I'm going to keep griping about it.
Give me what? 12 hours?
12 hours. 12 hours straight through.
Yeah.
Can't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Yeah, that's right. Well, you have Kansas City to hunt around in. You got all the vintage stocks and Cheyenne, not Cheyenne. I'm going by way of Wyoming.
I was gonna say, like, that's wrong way, dude.
Yeah.
I think I figured out why your trips take so long.
I get a little lost, even though it's a straight shot. It gets boring. Northern Kansas, you got to swing over through Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska, dude. I don't know. I was always been my least favorite one to drive through, because it's like, cool corn. Hey, a tree, guys, a tree. Oh,
No, you missed it.
Yep.
You could see as far as I don't because we did what Indianapolis to Salt Lake City through there.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a
You
haul.
You literally went the long way.
Yeah, just nothing. Well, okay. The first time it was Chicago to Salt Lake City that I did that trip,
Oof.
but I was sick as hell. I was passed out for a day and a half.
Oh man. At least that made the trip go by faster.
Yeah.
Griff Ryder says the roads are terrible right now. I'm lucky I left when I did. They shut down 694 up by me. Oh dang, man! Glad you made it back. Raging Asian says road trip. I made the mistake because in indie comic dude, I was like, okay, got the kiddo and wife at home. I'm gonna drive down to Southern Iowa, do the show, and then drive back in a day. That is a terrible choice. I drove 4.5 hours into down to Iowa, did the show, got stuck doing interviews after the show, which was great, but then ended up driving back and getting back at 2:00 in the morning of the following morning. I'm like, that's a long day.
Driving through. Oh, okay. Iowa is directly below you.
Yes.
And when I drove all the way through Iowa.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't remember a damn thing.
Not much to remember.
I think
I got a lot of friends down there, and they're always just like, "Come visit." And I'm like, maybe later.
Maybe it was Des Moines where you got to kind of cut over and back up towards you.
I did a couple in Des Moines. I did them in Iowa City. I did one right down on the Iowa border. And I can't remember what city it was in. But it was one of those where you get there and you're just like, am I here? Is this it? Like, all right.
Let's see. Did y'all ever get any of the wrestling figures from SH Figure Arts line? Big Bad has The Rock and Stone or Triple H for $25.
Yes.
Yeah. What are you gonna say? You go first.
I got them because Ringside had them on Uber clearance for a while, and they were $5 to $15 a piece. Mm-hmm. So everybody except for Taker and Kane, and so it was Triple H, The Rock, and Austin. And I can say this: the best thing about them was the beer cans that came with Austin, and his bird hands.
They're just so plain.
Yeah.
And generic looking. I understand why Undertaker and Kane would be the ones that they didn't have for sale. Those seem more visually interesting.
The weird thing is so Rock, Triple H, and Austin are all from one era, and then Undertaker's from a much more modern era, and then Kane is from the 1 year stint he had the mouthpiece mask, mm-hmm. Where he was still the Demon Kane before he had the fruit roll-up mask going on.
Yeah.
Why that one?
It was just
versions.
It was so random and just so I don't know. The three are just basic body with different heads.
Yep. I will say Triple H had a bit of a bigger build, and he came with the water bottle, and I like that you could swap out the faces and stuff, which was cool. Mm-hmm. But Triple H's scans or printings were just off. There was one face that looked good, and the other ones were all right, why'd the Geico caveman come on Triple H's body? But also at the same time, what were they full retail? 80, 85 or something like that?
That's basic Figure Arts price, yeah.
$20 at Target right now.
Yeah.
And outside, okay, you can't have him flipping off and he doesn't come with the beers. Outside of that, same articulation pretty much.
Yeah, I wasn't impressed. So yeah, stay away.
Yeah. They're just so tiny. That's the other thing is you stand them next to any other wrestling figure and it's a minis roster. Hooray! Hornswoggle, you're going to be the champ.
I haven't actually held them enough. They're in Ziploc bags somewhere, but they may look good with Star Wars figures. That's about it. Oh, which gives me an idea for some Jedi.
If you're not down with Order 316, give me a hell yeah. Wait, what the hell's Order 316? Oh, yeah. The Jedi get drunk.
And party all night.
Right.
And don't wake up for the Jedi meeting the next day.
Look out for Plo Koon, wily bastard.
I had to actually look up a U.S. map to remember where Iowa is.
Damn it, Robo.
Shut up.
That's okay. I constantly think you're in another time zone because I think you're just over enough.
Every time we say,
What
time?
time are you going to be on? No.
So what is that? My time.
Yeah.
It's
also
your
my
time.
Be careful. We might get hit with Fred Durst being like, "No, that's my song. You got to do things my way. Yes, my way."
No. It's my way or the highway.
I see.
I finished it. I gotcha.
Yes, son of a bitch. Oh man, yeah. No, the
Was the Rock in Voyager really?
was he? Oh yeah, he was an alien wrestler, and basically they were just like, "We're just gonna give you notches on your nose."
Oh really?
Yeah.
And now I have to look at that.
I'm trying to remember. Damn it! Hold on. Oh, you're looking up. There we go. Because yeah, he literally hops on and he does like a rock bottom because it was cross promotion for SmackDown.
Because they were on the same channel, huh?
Yep. Well, up here it was UPN 9, but I guess it would just be UPN at the time. There he is.
I didn't watch a lot of Voyager. I watched a lot of Next Generation.
Dude, I watched the crap out of Next Generation. They used to have that on reruns where it'd be 2 a night in the summers. It was awesome.
Did he wrestle 7 of 9?
Yeah. And 7 of 9 kicks his ass.
Really?
As I recall, because they end up like, I'm trying to think of what it is. Like they turn on their captors or something like that, and
oh, gotcha.
They free the day.
He's got a forehead appliance.
There we go. Oh, okay, so yeah, it was a little higher up. I remembered the nose piece. I didn't remember the Klingon bit. Man, remember when The Rock had hair? That was weird.
Yeah, that's really weird now. And remember when he wasn't as muscular?
Yeah, when dude, like pre WrestleMania 18, like when he had gone away to Hollywood for the first time, and like he came back and he was really slim. It was just like, what happened? Where's the rest of you? And now you look at him and it looks like he ate that Rock and like the entire roster.
Right. How is he bigger at 50?
Right? Because he friggin' brings a full gym everywhere with him, and
he can afford to bring a whole gym with him.
Yeah, it's like House of Steel or Iron or something. Although, like the Brahma Bull became like, the one little Brahma Bull became like crazy bull skull on his arm now. Like they just released an Elite with it. And
really?
It's one of those things where I'm just like, oh, that's really cool. I kind of want it. No. Not gonna get me again.
He's got an Ultimate though, doesn't he?
He does. It's the what?
Ultimate. Everyone's asleep.
That's true. The Ultimate is like probably peak of his attitude look. Like, I mean, he has the like kind of faux pompadour with the friggin', rock chops going on, and oh man, I was that close to ordering it up, but I had an essential that I had put. Oh no, 7 lost. Okay, I totally thought they don't they like liberate themselves or something? Maybe I'm imagining things. It's an episode of Voyager. I always think something happens like that.
I've seen Jerry Ryan more on Leverage than I did on Voyager. Yeah, that's how much I watched Voyager.
That's fair.
But it's not a I hate Voyager thing.
Just you didn't watch it. That's
yeah. I just didn't watch it at the time. If it was because what years were Voyager?
Oh man, hold on. We have the skill. Star Trek.
Yeah. If only we had some kind of machine that gave us answers to our questions. 95. Oh wow, 90. Okay.
Was it really that early?
I was watching Next Generation in 93.
Man, 94. I did not think it started broadcasting that early.
95, 7 seasons would have put it to 2002. And yeah, like I was talking about, I didn't have a lot of TV around that time.
That was the. I mean, I just remember it was always on. Like, I'd go to do like basketball practice or something, and come back, and I would catch like the like the end credits, and be like, "Here's the news."
I bet that show was good.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I guess I'll go take a shower and do my homework, then go to bed.
Yeah, I think mid '90s TV was only used for video games, and then I didn't have a TV for a while,
The
and then I don't remember after that.
like we didn't have cable for a long time. Like, and I remember it was like the big thing was, like Next Generation would be on like during the summer. It would be on like I think 9 or 10 o'clock, and it would be two episodes back to back.
Right.
So like it was awesome. It'd be like, all right, mom and dad are going to bed. Like my brother and I would go downstairs and like scamper down and like turn the TV on, sit there like idiots and watch it. It was good though. I liked it anyways.
I need to go back sometime and watch a bunch of. Well, there's a lot of shows I need to go back and watch. We're watching through Angel right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I tried watching Buffy again, and Buffy is like, it's that thing where it hits you because it's just like, oh whoa, like the vivid memories of teenage angst.
Yo. Oh yeah. Now that I'm older, because at the time, because we just watched through it before starting Angel, and back when that was originally on, it was all about faith, right?
Yeah.
But now that I'm as old as I am now, it's like, man, she is annoying as hell.
Yeah.
But
so back when Buffy was on, like I had a huge crush on Allison Hannigan, and
my
wife kind of looks like Allison Hannigan in my opinion. And it was one of those things that like I joked around one time because there's a picture of us from like back in high school, and I dressed like Xander, and so I had that on. I had the stupid center part, and I had her normal clothes on, and I was just like, oh shit, like no, that's just what people wore, right?
That was the late '90s.
Yep. Gonna wear a button-up shirt and just roll these up real high.
Oh, and I almost didn't make it to the show when when we were rewatching. I nearly stopped and went to something else when what's her face showed up, her little sister.
Oh,
it's like, oh my god, stop being annoying.
She was Scrappy Doo.
She was Scrappy. Yep.
Like that was the thing. Yeah.
Oh, she was the key. Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn.
The one show that I loved so much as a kid, and I go back and watch, or I've gone back and tried to watch now, but knowing the actor is such a dickhead, is Lois and Clark.
Oh yeah.
Because it's oh man, I loved that show as a kid, and my mom loved watching it. My dad was just yeah, right. Enjoy it.
It's super rad. I didn't watch a lot of that either. When was that mid '90s?
Yeah, I was probably early '90s. I think I want to say it was '93, maybe.
Yeah.
But there's a character named Deathstroke on it, and it is not the Deathstroke It's literally a dude who gives you strokes, who gives you a heart attack. And that's his power.
Well, they went a little literal with it.
Yeah, I legit think the writers were just like, Deathstroke, huh? Yeah. You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? Give you a heart attack. That's what we're gonna do.
It's like the Wanted movie. You can tell that they read the first few pages of the first issue, and then after that, they just went wherever they wanted to. It's just we don't need it. We get the gist of it. We'll take care of this.
Curve them bullets.
Someday Dragon Ball, maybe the Kai version, it's shorter.
That's a lot.
It is a lot. I did watch, and I had a ball with Abridged, and a lot of Dragon Ball fans hate me for that. Because
it makes sense though. I cannot tell you how 5th through 7th grade was one fight scene.
Well, and again, I remember it being on, just never watched it.
Yeah.
And Abridged only goes to Cell.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least at the time it did. I haven't went back and...
I think that's as far as it goes.
Did they just stop making it after a while?
I think they switched over. I'm not positive on that. I mean, I'm the last guy
Right.
that can speak to that. But yeah. I tried catching up on a lot of different things. Like my brain, one of my buddies is huge into Gundam models right now, and he was like, "Hey, did you see this one? No. Did you see this one? No. Did you see this one? No." He's like, "Oh, here, I'll send you my password to here." I'm like,
Yeah.
like, that's like 47 hours of content that I have to somehow get through in weekends. Like, yeah.
And you hate to say no, I can't. You can
Yeah.
see how passionate they are, but
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is like I have Gundam 0083 and Wing and Endless Waltz, and then that was the extent of what I've seen.
Mhm.
Like, and I'm just like everything else is like, all right, like this is cool. I've seen the designs and they're awesome looking, like giant robots. Hell yeah! Like,
it's just one of those you can't. I don't know. I have no interest in it.
the thing that constantly pisses him off is I'm like, it's a good giant robot design. Boom, Jet Jaguar.
See, I have no idea. I have
Godzilla. Toho.
no idea.
It's I always had a secret hope when they were like Pacific Rim and Godzilla are all going to be one big franchise, and I'm like, oh man, make a Jaeger Jet Jaguar, like give it to us now. Like,
And was the second one good? Yeah.
The second one was the Power Ranger movie we should have gotten.
Oh, really?
Like that's what it felt like anyway.
I remember the first one. I don't guess I've seen the second one.
Honestly, like the thing that I remember most about those is the quarter scale figures that NECA released. Like just because they were giant all robots that looked cool.
Yeah.
And like we sold them at the comic shop that I worked at the time, and I mean we still do, but it was that thing of like they'd come in, I'm like, oh buddy, those are cool. And I'm like, I do not have like $120 to blow on a toy that I just go, that looks cool.
That looks fantastic.
Meanwhile, I hold on. I'll go grab what I did save up for.
And I'll show Plunderlings. Plunderlings. I still haven't broken to my full case of these yet, but I'm going to at some point.
Damn it, Robo, are you showing Plunderlings?
Yes. Well, my open one, my flush. I still have to open because I still have one in the box somewhere along with all my others.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? I think those
quarter scale Adam West and quarter scale Robin.
Oh, quarter scale. See, it's hard to tell. I was like, Hot Toys.
Yeah, I owned the Hot Toys once, and I was like, these are really cool. I'm terrified because I got gnarled up hands because I work with my hands all the time, and their suits and stuff and their capes were so like satiny and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna destroy these. So
right.
I was like, and I like to pose my figures, So I was like, well, I'm just gonna move these on, and I'm a huge Weston Ward fan, but this is probably the best version I'll get. They're pretty badass.
Those are NECA?
Yeah, I ended up repainting the Batman's head sculpt. Like the blue was fine, but the skin tone was super janked on mine, and woo, you got kind of garfed up when we moved, I guess. They've been sitting in the back because I got to find a place for them still.
Right.
I am not a crook.
Well, those are still cheaper than the Hot Toys, right?
Oh God, yeah, they're like half the price. Woo, there goes the hat. But yeah, like and by far, like they, the buckle opens up, and I don't have it.
Cool.
I don't have it on him right now, but he has like a batarang that can clip onto the back and whatnot.
Gotcha.
Although this is the most ridiculous thing that they did, which it's NECA being NECA. They sculpted on the zipper.
Oh well,
which is awesome.
It's accurate.
Yeah, no, and that's just the thing is it's like, oh damn.
The Hot Toys Batman and Robin of those always reminds me of Hastings. I don't know if Hastings was up there, but
I know what it is. But
yeah, that's the story.
Have them there?
Yeah, well, see, the last year or so, I don't know if it was before or after NECA bought them, but but they turned the middle of it kind of into its own comic shop type
Oh, that's
situation.
cool.
It had long boxes and back issues and glass cases with open Hot Toys and
Dang.
import stuff. And you, I can't afford this stuff, but I like coming here and look.
Yeah.
And because their
Let
prices
me in.
most of the time were jacked up anyway.
Yeah.
So, and then they went out of business.
Yes, as they do. Yeah, Hastings was that's where I found that's the only place I found those like indie spotlight figures. Like,
Yeah.
where I was like, hey, they do exist on shelves. That's cool.
They were at Toys R Us too. No, wait, Indie Spotlight. Wait, yeah, you're talking about Shocker, right?
Yeah, see, I never saw them at Toys R Us. The Toys R Us out here, like they had really like they had a couple of huge sections, but like their NECA and like any independent stuff, you know, usually was like an aisle. They had like a back wall section for it, and that was it. And then that one went away. Ordered some, still waiting for the Plunderlings, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you mean these Plunderlings?
Ah, that's cool.
It is cool. They're so lovely.
I got.
I know that sounds like me being smartassy or something, but they're lovely.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I mean they just look like fun toys. Like,
if you downloaded the Calypso app to use on the Plunderling box, I have not. I saw it on their Instagram. Because I think it makes them dance around and stuff.
Something
or some kind of. Those guys are crazy. That's the perfect example of how to run a Kickstarter and keep interest going. And and it didn't have. It was delayed, but it wasn't delayed like other Kickstarters. Hell, our own Kickstarter took longer than them to. Yeah, it was just beautiful.
The thing it reminds me of, and I like again, it was before the advent of like social media and everything was really put into play. But do you remember Z-Bots?
Is that some kind of cardboard thing?
No, they were
like
put out
pieces?
by like they were technically Micro Machines or put up by the Micro Machine guys. Like they're just little like Battle Beast sized robots.
Yeah.
And like they had like on each of the packagings they had like, you know, the little like cross sell on the back and everything, and it was like again, it was just little something on every single packaging that just kind of kept you glued.
Right.
Ooh, when can we expect the Plunderling review, Robo?
I'm working on it. Things keep jumping in front of because I did the review of the test shot.
Well, because you got them all, didn't you?
All the no, I just got a few. I got like the 4-pack or 6-pack, something.
Okay.
But I got the test shot way early. And then since then, it's been G.I. Joe and Star Wars and everything jumping in front of it.
You got a few things. Well, we did. Yes, yesterday when we were discussing this, we're busting out that dude, the Ultimate Fiend. Is still on the workstation.
But I thought about doing a review on that, but I did a review on this.
Oh, on the
elite one, and I did all my stuff I wanted to do with him in that video. So I feel like I don't know.
To release at 2.0, just cut in random clips of the Ultimate.
That's true. Plus, wrestling. As much as I don't buy a lot of wrestling figures, but a lot of people also don't come to the channel for wrestling figures. You know, I post a wrestling figure and it doesn't do really well, and I hate to say it like that. You know.
Yeah. No, it makes sense though. I mean, you got to do what.
Yeah.
Builds the numbers.
It's like me doing Transformers. There are way more guys out there doing Transformers review way better. You know, whenever I have to shoot one of those, it's like through the instructions and I got to figure out how to transform, and it takes an hour and a half just to shoot and then I got to go through and edit it and stuff. I'd much rather just play with some Star Wars.
Yeah.
Or some Marvel.
Really? No.
Yes. I know.
I don't believe you.
I'm dropping secret bombs here. Truth bombs. Secrets.
Secret bombs. Boom.
Secret bombs.
Didn't see that.
And now I'm wiping memory.
Click.
Just watched your Cobra Island Viper Scarlet review. My Viper pre-order was back ordered again. Now saying February 4th ship date. Worried Target's going to cancel it. Especially on something like I hate. I
Trust no one.
I know last year was screwballed with the whole G.I. Joe thing. I think they really put on the brakes because the movie got pushed, and then what little did get out there blew up. Everybody was like, "Oh, I gotta have these," and
Well,
trying to figure out another way to get them out.
The surprising thing is, I feel like knowing what the previous waves did, they push these new waves harder. You know what I mean? Like they populate them a little bit better, where they know the numbers are out there. You know.
Mm-hmm. But it's too late.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Do you
at least they didn't cancel it yet, right? I mean, I've got a Viper saved for later somehow in my Target shopping cart, but it has to be in stock.
Oh shit!
In order to use that.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That was the mighty musical mutagen tour, the San Diego Turtle Pack. Mm-hmm. Mine is still showing 129 after being delayed twice. Godspeed.
And
I'm not saying that to be a dickhole, like legit. Like I hope the pre-orders come through for everybody. But
right, because the Viper kicks ass. There's something
just been pooping on people left and right.
I gotta believe that they're gonna bring it out in their main line though. And I know people don't want to hear it, but I like the infantry better than the trooper from Target. The Cobra Trooper.
Yeah.
I like the lighter colors and stuff.
Well, and you were talking about the mask too. It just makes them a little bit, it makes them more fantastical, if that makes sense.
The Viper?
Yeah.
Plus, and like I said, I wasn't a big G.I. Joe kid. Mm-hmm. I remember the Cobra Troopers, but I don't remember a lot of the Vipers. So now having a Viper and it being my first experience with the Viper, it's like, it's a discovery of some kind. Yeah. This is now my G.I. Joe line. I just wish it wasn't so hard because I hate getting it and then reviewing it and then people,
being like,
glad you got yours, asshole. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry.
Keep in mind, I didn't find these in the wild. I had to buy these off of someone from.
Or I had to rely on friends in other cities with more targets and stuff.
Yeah. Dude, the crazy thing is around here, it's been feast or famine.
Yeah,
it's like, good Lord, because I mean there's a couple of folks that'll be like, look, I'm looking for this, and then you see it on Marketplace for like 3 times the price, and you're just like, from that guy, and it's like, I'm so glad you got someone to help you so that you could scalp it.
Right, turn around.
Yeah, it's like,
because I was gonna go for Firefly for 40, 45, and I hate to do it, but by the time I drive back and forth fruitlessly to my own Target and stuff.
Yeah.
I keep saying and stuff.
Well, and the weird thing is there were Targets around here it was the week that you did the review. So last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That all of a sudden it was like, here's 5 Fireflies on the shelf. And it's just like, no sign of the Viper.
Yeah.
But like all of a sudden fucking Firefly was everywhere.
Well, Viper was first everywhere, right?
Not
everywhere.
I mean, it was,
but
where it hit.
Yeah, it was being cited.
Where it's just like, hey, it's on the nope, it's gone.
But I got to think that hopefully they will. Where'd I see it? Oh yeah, repaint like the Trooper.
Still hopeful. I'm sure there will be a repaint like the Trooper. Yeah,
and I feel that way about all the Target stuff because Beachhead needs some camo pants.
Okay, my one thing is the Hellfire Henchmen sold so well. Mm-hmm. Why aren't they doing army builders on Hasbro Pulse?
I don't know if they have to wait there. I so believe that the Snake Eyes movie getting pushed in Hasbro's eyes, or the higher ups, not the G.I. Joe team, the higher ups, the Targets, the Walmarts, the retailers, they're all like, there's no media push.
Yeah.
So we can't put stuff out there.
It's insane, man. Like, because I'd have to imagine that I know 4 people that would be like, I will order 6 of each. Like, I need my squadron, and that's that.
I'm hoping, and I believe, I don't want to say I believe.
I believe.
But once the movie comes out,
You'll
I think it'll
they'll start
streamline. I
pushing
think
it.
that's when all plans will come to fruition.
Here's my question though: by the time the movie comes out, will it still be as hot?
See, that's the thing. That's why, because I was reading a post today about I can't handle this kind of stress. I quit the line as soon as I get Zartan, Flint, and Lady J. I'm
Yep.
like, but those are the easy ones to get.
Yeah,
I'm just going to keep getting the easy ones
yeah.
and hope for the best with the hard to find one.
It's GI Joe and AEW have been that around here. Like I just keep seeing people be like, can't keep up with it. Can't like I can't, collect them. I literally can't collect them. Like they're not here.
Yeah.
And so
And
they
then-
just go and kill
And now
them.
that dude's talking about we're going to put one wave out a month.
A month. Yeah. I'm like, whee.
Holy
Now,
shit.
The
Haven't
only
even
thing
seen
I
all
can
of-
think of is if the other wave or like the alternating wave is something like that Champion Cody, where it's like,
Yeah.
here's a deluxe figure, here's a wave, here's a deluxe figure, here's a wave, where it's more of like a special occasion, like the Bucks with Money Cannon or
Yeah.
or like Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy in like an entrance greats pack or something, or like a multi-pack, even like have I can't think of his name. The rest
Can
of
be a
your
pack in. Huh?
yeah,
He can be a little pack in.
he'll be made by Mayfex.
God, if you hadn't said what is his name,
Hold on, I could figure this out real quick.
I'm gonna try to remember it. It's not gonna work. Try to remember it before you get there.
Boy and his dinosaur, Marco Stunt.
Marco Stunt.
There we
Marco.
go. So
Yeah, he could be a Build-A-Figure actually.
right, 2 pieces.
Piss some people off.
Dude, the crazy thing is like he's so incredibly talented, and like
Yeah.
I could not stop laughing when -1 came out and it's like, when I grow up I'm gonna be so much taller than you, and I'm like, ouch,
Yo.
ouch. Like,
Yeah, it's also good. But I've seen Wave 2 part of it once, and Wave 3 part of it once.
see, I found Wave 1 once. I was out with Tony and crew that are John.
No.
Raging Asian says Rock Viper, Toxo Viper, Data Viper, Jungle Viper.
There's
Oh,
quite
there
a
you
few
go.
Viper options.
Yeah,
Hey, what are you guys hoping for? Fan First Friday of Lucasfilm. All new Black Series are more Mando stuff. I think they're going to wait until next season for more Mando stuff. I think they're going to announce the last figure for that Bad Batch wave.
I could see them doing some of like the background characters, like the bounty hunter troop, like Bill Barr and those guys. Like I could see them maybe knocking out some of those.
Bill Burr's a big character now, though. Mayfeld.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying though is like put him in as like the Mando figure. Like I can see him being like a one and done in the line, and then have like a couple, main saga characters. Right. But
I think maybe Mando Luke is the last figure in the Bo-Katan wave. And rumor is it's Aura Singh, but I don't know if it's Clone Wars or Episode 1.
Either one would be cool, dude. I stand by. I want more Episode 1 figures because I want this guy in Black Series so badly.
I don't know why they haven't went crazy with protocol droids and
just droids in general,
and get us a new astromech.
Well, they just did what's his nuts droid in the Target exclusive wave. I really want Cobb Vanth and Yellow Mortar. That would be dope. I want Cobb and have the armor be removable.
Yeah.
Because I think it'd be cool if you did a removable armor Cobb and then had armorless Boba Fett, and then you could build a Boba essentially between those, and then do a cleaned up version.
I don't know though. It seems like
it's Boba Fett, man. They could do that in print money,
Right. I think Cobb is way thinner. I don't know. I don't think they'd make Cobb with removable armor.
That'd be cool though.
Or they do that and make it swappable, but it's kind of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, or
enough for it to be annoying, and then they come out with solids of both figures after that, and people will
Yeah,
buy them again to
yeah,
not have to deal with the armor.
that's very true. That'd
Hasbro,
be an
call me.
easy thing. Oh my god, fuck, money! Just give me the money. Just give me your wallet now. Just
No, I did find what was it? It was
Ray Phoenix.
my Walmart had Wave 2,
Oh,
and I think
nice.
I bought Penta first,
Yeah.
and they had MJF, and then I went back the next day, and it was Dustin and Ray, and I think I saw Adam Page at a different Walmart by himself, but the head was big, or it looked big.
Oh, that figure in general is big.
And then I never saw Mox, so I just got the Lucha Bros.
Someone came by the shop today and had the Mox Chase variant. And,
Really?
And I, he's just like, what will you give me? And my buddy who was actually working, who was just like, we don't really do wrestling figures, and what you probably want for that figure doesn't make sense for a retailer to buy,
Mm-hmm.
And like, to be honest, like the other Chase variants, like it's not Bit of the Bubbly Jericho. I'm blanking. It's MJF was the one Chase, and then there was the Chase. Is it Chase Cody and Chase Jericho from Wave 1?
See, I haven't.
Okay,
I haven't even seen Wave 1.
It was Chase Cody because he had his Star Trek shirt.
And that's right.
And then Jericho had the Inner Circle shirt, and then Mox he has the Inner Circle shirt and the Bit of the Bubbly bottles, and then MJF has his pimp pinky ring and the alternate scarf.
Yeah, and different trunk color.
Yeah, it's pink.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Oh wait, is Riho and
Wave 3?
Pac? It's Wave 3, right?
Yeah, and apparently she has a different head sculpt for the Chase.
Yeah, yeah.
So I sculpted on a let's see, a little pimp ring for him, trying to get it on. Oh, dang it. It's really hard to do backwards. But I gave him a ring and added the palm tape. But like, that face sculpt is insane.
I liked it. I just didn't have, I don't know. I don't think I'm going all in with AEW when I think
see
about
what you
it.
did there. I've been really selective with it, like, because I bought Cody, and like that was the only one I got from Wave 1, and I picked up the whole wave for my buddy who's like, he's a completionist. Well, Matt from Tiny Ming Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
He's wanting the whole line. He doesn't really care about the chases, but and I was like, they're really cool looking. But when they announced like, oh, we're gonna redo the skin tones on Wave 1, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that seals the deal. I'm not gonna go back and get Wave 1. And then they're like, oh, we're releasing the attires from the show that you were at. So it's like, well, looks like I'm getting that one instead of
it almost seems like shooting themselves in the foot, but at the same time, it probably gives everybody more of a chance of finding some version.
Yeah, I still think that because they're so easy to like pop and swap,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we'll see Myers on the Major Pod was talking about. He's like, I don't think we're gonna ever see the like straight re-release of Wave 1, but the fact that we've already gotten another set of the Bucks, another Cody, another Kenny,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, so who are we? We're missing a new Jericho, which, okay, we'll probably get a Jericho, and Brandy didn't hit half the stores.
Right.
So it's like, okay, and Brandy's skin tone was good. Like, she was the only one with a good skin tone in the entire bunch. Like the rest,
But you wouldn't know it.
Yeah,
I've never seen one.
I've never seen one in person. Like, and they're all going for like $100, $200.
And see, Jeremy loves that shit.
Yeah,
that makes it more collectible. No, it makes it less fun. How about that, buddy?
Like, I like the idea of the Chase figures.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's really cool, but the idea of like, oh, Brandy shipped in a separate case.
Yeah.
From that, and that I still stand by. I think that was just a distribution issue. Like, they just didn't get it back from the factory at the same time, so it just kind of shit the bed as far as getting it all out at once.
Yeah, I'm okay with chases if it's the same character just in different attire or something.
Yeah, well,
at least you get a chance at the character.
Yeah, and that's where I'm looking at, like, I'm trying to think. Series 3 is Moxley and Riho are the two Chase variants.
Series 2 is,
Or Series 3, sorry. Series
3 is Darby.
Is it?
3
Oh
is
yeah,
Darby,
so
2
Series
is
2
Mox.
has okay, yeah, is okay. Yeah, Mox and MJF, then it's Darby and Rio.
Yeah,
Riho.
Rio.
There we go.
And then Rio and Pac were the only ones I saw at Walmart, which is the worst ones in the wave, I think. You
Dude,
know?
that Pac is rough. And it's frustrating because it's like you see the last Neville that was released by WWE that was released by Mattel, and you're like, I'm gonna go get that one.
Yeah,
I'll be right back. Like,
just throw it in there. But then the aesthetic, well, I guess it's muscle
they're
guys.
pretty well in scale with
Are they?
I'm trying to think of there's a YouTuber that does like just gets everything wrestling figure related and did a review on that, and it was like, look, you can swap this head over, but it doesn't look quite right. So I'm just look, just kind of I'm like, oh right. But I don't know.
I've always thought of wrestling as my, I don't know. I've never felt the need to get a lot of toys of wrestling because wrestling, that's my. Oh, I want to watch that because I like it.
Yeah,
not because I.
For me, it's always been like wrestling's always been such a big part of my life, and like the thing that I started doing was like I got MJF. I think is one of the best heels, like one of the best bad guys that the scene has seen in such a long time. That I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to get him. Moxley, I got because I was there when he won the title. That was surreal to see and just neat. And then like outside of that, it's like I try to get like the Major Pod like friends and stuff because I think it's cool like just having that weird really eclectic scene where it's like Swoggle and Miz and Dolph Ziggler will like pop up on episodes and it's like this is awesome. Like it's kind of cool to see behind the curtain. And like then like I have my shelf back there, which is all the guys that I've worked with. I don't have the camera up high enough to see it. But so that's become like the main thing that I do is like, oh, if I've done graphics and stuff like, or merch or gear or whatnot for them and they have a figure, I try and get it. Like I get to add a new figure soon. I just ordered all the parts for the dude. So once I get that done, he'll go up.
That'd be cool. I don't really collect wrestling figures, but I do want that Hollywood Hogan if I ever see it. That came with the Fiend, right? Is that the same way?
That one just came out. That one is a peg warmer here at a couple places.
Really?
Yeah, like I think because like so many people who are collecting Mattels like are too young for like the NWO to have like as big of an impact. And like the people who wanted it, who are diehard, like, oh, I need Hollywood Hogan. They either pre-ordered it or they stocked it in the first release, like when it, first dropped. Now all the restocks are out, and like Fiend and Hogan are everywhere around here.
See, I've seen Fiend once, and I grabbed them. No Hogan. There may have been two Fiends when I grabbed it, but no Hogan.
Well, if you need a Hogan, holler.
I'm not going that deep.
There you go. See,
it looks good. But
it does look good. My problem is I look at that and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Too bad like the Nash and Hall that you'd want or need to go with them are like $100 figures right now.
Yo.
And I would say that we'd see another one, but I think
I only collect Sasha Banks figures, so now I really want a Star Wars Black Costco Reeves.
That would be cool.
That would be cool.
I have to imagine that'd be a nightmare to make because I think about I think about all the crap that Hasbro had to do for Batista to get his likeness for the movie. Like even with the Hot Toy figure, that's why some of those figures were so delayed in coming out, was getting the approval because WWE had some.
You gotta think if they went through, you would think Disney would say, "Oh no, if you're gonna appear here, we have all the rights."
Yeah, I mean, I could see them releasing her with a helmet.
Yeah, that'll work. As long as I can get a Jetpack Tornado DDT out of some figure, then I'm good with it.
Well, and the figures are similar enough scale that you could get, because the female figures are slightly smaller than the male figures from Mattel. So you could just get a Sasha Banks figure and swap the head on.
And
I
would
mean,
it be just it'd be mostly Bo-Katan, wouldn't it?
yeah,
Same armors, maybe?
yeah, pretty much. And yeah, we're getting Bo. Does she did they release or did they? She doesn't come with an unmasked head, does she? Or does she?
Bo-Katan?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a unmasked head.
Okay. I'm so behind on those figs.
I'm too much of a completionist to get into collecting wrestling figs now. Yeah, there's way behind at this time.
Yeah.
By this point.
I will admit, at the beginning of the pandemic, I was going through all my figs and like selling off a bunch that I had because I worked at Target and whatnot, so I could get them pretty cheap when I was in high school and such. And man, I bought hard. I probably spent way more money than I should have on wrestling figs, but when you can get them cheap,
Yeah,
it's like, so I ended up selling a bunch. Yeah, it would pretty much.
it's close. She's shorter. The armor's slightly different. Well, no, maybe it's just because of the shape, but
Yeah, I mean, if you put it on a smaller body, honestly, if you got Bo-Katan and then put it on that Rita Repulsa body that you got
yeah,
from the last play date, you could probably
yeah.
make a pretty awesome one.
Well, at the same time, too, she's kind of perspective-wise, she's behind, and what
Yeah.
if it was side by side? That's that is the show, but again, she's behind her.
Yeah. She's always technically behind her, like a little,
True.
because they really pushed that.
Yeah, I think. Well, hell, how about this? Katie off height. Going straight to the source. 5'6". Sasha Banks. 5.
So
Yeah. I'm thinking if they were standing right beside each other, it'd be fairly close.
let's see. Oh, that's awesome. Sorry, I just popped up. I was curious to see how far the streams were off of one another. So I have Twitch up here and YouTube down here to see where it's at. And it's just interesting to see the lag. Like YouTube's about another 3 or 4 seconds behind Twitch.
So Twitch is a little bit quicker.
Yep.
So for everyone watching, this is essentially just a test thing.
This is us dicking around trying to see how everything works, and hopefully we'll have some fun stuff for you coming up here in the future when we kind of know what we're doing.
Never.
Yeah. Hey, to be fair, I've seen plenty of folks that make it work that way. So
true. Yeah, it may end up just being a repainted Bo-Katan.
I could see. I mean, if it's easy enough to do,
Mm-hmm. And if it works, it works. I'm good with that.
Yeah. Oh, if we get the figure, if it sees release, great.
Right. Bo-Katan. Yeah, see, she comes with. Oh no, that's not the figure. That's the figure. That's the figure. I think the colors are slightly bright, but it works.
Yeah.
I don't like. I wish they would just do alternate heads.
Yeah.
Instead of full-on helmets, because it either makes the head too small or the helmet too big.
Yeah, and I mean they've gotten a lot better. I mean, like for reference, they've gotten better.
Right. How old is that?
91, I think. Jesus, that makes that. Man, this figure's so scraped up too. 1991. Yeah.
91.
Let us see that magnificent stash. Hello.
That's my Tony, though. That's how I remember him.
I just remember as a little kid, I wanted this figure so bad, and like I studied and whatnot because my folks were like the hey, if you can get straight A's, like then
Bribery.
then you might be able to get a figure,
Mhm.
mainly if we have the money, like that, then maybe we can do that. And like they didn't do that often,
I,
so I
well,
was like, oh yeah, and I got it, and my dad was like, it was missing like one of the bracers in the package. And he's like,
mhm.
oh, we'll just return it. And never saw it again until I found it at a garage sale. Also,
Well,
the fact that they were like, yes, Tony, when you de-armor down.
that's exactly how I remember them. See, my straight A's were my granny would take me to the McDonald's.
Ooh.
Yeah,
See, we,
I get
we,
it. I
we had
get
a
a cinnamon Danish.
we had a Burger King that was like, and the funny thing is, it's a drainage ditch now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like there's a Burger King over by us, and once in a while, it'd be like, hey, you did really good, like for the last 6 months. Let's go get Burger King. It's like, yeah.
That was a big deal.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
dude.
going out to eat.
I remember the greatest of evenings was there. I don't know if they have them down there, but Perkins.
No,
They're like an
I
IHOP.
think I've
Like
seen the signs drive
yeah,
around, but
yeah.
not here.
They're like an IHOP, and there was a Perkins right across from a Kmart, and my mom was a big photography nut. Like she loved taking photos, so she would go. We'd go drop off the film to get developed, and we could walk around and look at stuff, and then we go across the Perkins. And like the funny thing is I never realized it when I was a little kid, but it was always would always be on the day that like kids eat free, and I'm like,
Yeah.
huh, I never thought about that, but yeah, it
Well,
makes sense.
you don't think about that when you're a kid.
No, it's an easy evening, and they had like a wishing well that was just a bucket with a roof that you could like pick out a prize, and it would inevitably be something like super small and tawdry and like I don't know if this is one, but it'd be something like this, just little.
Well,
And it was
something.
awesome. Like those were some of the best evenings, because you do that, then you go home and play with all your stuff, and you know, mom got the night to chill out a little bit because you'd be sitting up there playing with a little hunk of plastic, and
Right.
it's a good time.
I'll show you my favorite breakfast place in the nation. Pancake house.
Sorry, I'm adjusting
About
my
this.
light around.
Coachman's Dinner and Pancake House in Salt Lake City,
I've never been.
Utah. This is cash only.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so good. And there's a downstairs that I've always wanted to see what's down there, but I'm afraid it's some kind of gambling something or people go down and they never come back up kind of thing.
Ever.
You'll be pleasantly surprised. It's like walking into 1978.
Oh,
I'd
that
say.
sounds lovely.
Yeah, it's neat.
The best breakfast place. Oh no, it's apparently closed. Well, that's a bummer. It used to be called the TikTok Diner in Athens, Georgia. It's the only place I've ever been that I legit ordered a sandwich. It was like a breakfast, like it was basically a grilled cheese with bacon and eggs. Is the best thing ever, and yeah, like apparently they closed, and it was kaiju.
It's always something like that.
Yeah, it was freaking awesome.
Was it called Tony's in Chicago? It's pretty good too. Breakfast place.
Oh yeah.
Tony's. Maybe it wasn't Tony's in Chicago. It's a little breakfast place off the way into town.
There's a really good one off Logan Square too.
My Google Maps consists of eating places all around the place.
Okay. Sorry, it's now called Dining at Clocked.
Clocked?
So Clocked Diner, and it's like got kaiju movie posters all over, and it's just kind of this kitschy little place, and it's just awesome. But yeah, clocked diner. I maybe they changed the name. Maybe I just made it clocked diner.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was delicious. That's all I remember.
There it is.
Uh,
Tony's Breakfast Cafe and Family Restaurant.
Nice. You know it's good when it's a family restaurant.
That's right. You know it's good when it's open 24 hours. Boom, right there.
And still a family restaurant.
And again, look at the building. It's
Yeah.
another like throwback type thing. That's apparently my jam.
You like it where you go in and they have those like red Ripley plastic glasses.
That's
right.
Wait, did I just see a picture of that somewhere?
Probably.
There, look. Boom.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just nailed it.
And the first one they brought me with the drink, what was it? Was it the gum wrapper was in the water, or there was a piece of gum somewhere on the cup, and I sent it back. That's my kind of place. Just bring me another one. I don't even care.
Yeah, we're good. Just don't spit in this one, please.
Yeah.
Just bring another, sir. Bring another.
I'm hungry and I'm tired. Just bring me some food.
Yeah. That's when you know, like you know that it's not necessarily the best food, but at that moment, it is the best food.
Yes, it is the best food.
I can safely say Waffle House is not a Michelin star restaurant, but I'll be damned if I have not eaten some of my favorite meals at friggin' Waffle House at like 3 o'clock in the morning.
See, our local Waffle House just moved out of the building it's been in all my life.
Oh yeah,
because I guess the dude raised the rent or something. Finally,
oh that sucks.
They moved up the street. I mean, like a block. They bought land, built a building, and put their own in there. It's in a shittier location, but it's not the same. It doesn't taste. It's all new grills and everything, and it's just kind of
It doesn't have that. It doesn't have the seasoning.
Yeah, that's it.
The Waffle House, like so. Okay, we were talking about TNA the other night. TNA Impact Wrestling, I should say, because context. But going up and back and forth for that pay-per-view up in Charlotte from Savannah, Georgia, we stopped at a Waffle House, and my buddy Vinny is like this gigantic dude. Like, and not anymore. He lost a ton of weight now, and thankfully he's doing well. But like, he used to be the dude that like you hated going to a restaurant with him because it was like, all right, get comfy.
Yeah.
And like, you know, we had driven up to Charlotte, did the show, was driving back because he was like, I got to get back home because I got to do my projects and stuff. I'm like, okay. And like, we offered to drive, he wouldn't take it. So we stopped off and he killed like 5 plates of food, like, you know, pork chops, steak and eggs, you know, waffles, this and that. And meanwhile, my buddy and I were like, well, we bought a shirt at the wrestling show and that was all the money we had. So, you know, we pooled together and got like chocolate chip, you know, 2 chocolate chip waffles, rolled them up like a burrito and chomped on those.
Slowly.
Meanwhile, you know, Vinny's stack of plates is going up. But again, that chocolate chip waffle, best thing ever. You guys excited for Godzilla versus Kong?
Oh,
yes. I
haven't even, I've only seen the picture. And actually, I haven't seen Godzilla yet. The last one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's good. Oh, the King of the Monsters one. It's good. It is exactly what I wanted from that. Like,
is it?
Because the first Godzilla movie, I'm like, man, you know what I could have used in that Godzilla movie? More Godzilla. And then this next,
because it waited so long for Godzilla to show up, right?
Yeah.
You just saw like damage and destruction and
yeah. And then it was super weird because Age of Ultron came out like the next year, and the husband and wife from Godzilla were brother and sister in Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, I need to watch that again.
At Age of Ultron or Godzilla?
Godzilla. I've seen Age of Ultron a couple times. Yeah. But Godzilla, and then the only King Kong movie's been the Samuel L. Jackson one, right? Skull Island.
And then that's the one that is hitting. I'm trying to see. Oh no, the trailer drops tomorrow because it drops Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday's trailer, but nothing else till it comes out.
Yes. Is that 2014 that the first one came out? I'm trying to think.
I can't remember my kids' birthdays. You're asking me dates on movies and shit.
24. It's 2014. We're good. Yeah,
And I'm sitting here making myself hungry looking at breakfast places across the nation.
just, mm. Oh, it's like I have my Nalgene water that I have sitting over here. That it's like water.
Oh, how about some biscuits and gravy? Oh.
Damn it, Robo. Legit, the other day, like I've been trying to eat healthy and whatnot, and my wife was like, "Hey, I got some sausage, and we could use some of that for like biscuits and gravy." I'm like,
Yeah. There's healthy and there's biscuits and gravy.
yeah. Like we were talking. See, full circle. We were talking about yesterday that finishing move that was biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
part was
see,
biscuits. What part was gravy?
it all comes back around. Neither of them's healthy.
Yep, that's very true. Eat a boot.
Oh, 2014. Yes.
Yep. I pulled up because it's Bryan Cranston is his dad, and then spoiler alert, he dies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
Aaron, wait a second. Did you just ruin it for me?
Well, from 2014 movie?
You know what? Okay, here. How about this? From 2014 to now. Wait a second. Did Godzilla come out then?
Yeah,
that
was the first Legendary Films one.
Because I've seen. Oh wait,
you haven't seen King of the Monsters, the second one.
That was after that, right? Cranston was in the second one though, right?
No.
Was he in the first one?
Yeah.
I have seen that.
Yeah.
You know what? All I remember is.
Yep.
Was there an underground something? They got trapped?
That is that one? I can't. God, I got to go back and watch it because I know I don't want to. Nope, that's the underground part is in King of the Monsters because they got to reignite Godzilla essentially. So they nuke him.
Oh, so maybe I have seen part of that.
I will say this: it's not a cinematic masterpiece by any stretch of the imagination,
right?
But yet, I will watch the shit out of that. Like when I'm working on pages or something, like I'll have it up on my second monitor and just like, I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, Ron. you get them, you thick son bitch.
The Matrix came out in 1999.
Yep.
I didn't watch it until at least 2001.
That when the Matrix hit, I remember my brother went overseas and he came back and had a Chinese magazine that had a fold-out poster. So it was a Chinese version of the first Matrix poster where they're all standing in the rain. And I had that on my door. And I remember the movie finally dropped here. And I went to go see that thing. And I thought I was such hot shit. I was like, oh my God, this movie is really good. I've had this poster hanging on my door for months.
Well, it took me a year or two to see it finally. And I didn't know anything about the plot. How about this? Sixth Sense came out in 99. I didn't see it until 2001. And I still didn't know the twist.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang,
yeah. I watched it.
I said, good on you for not knowing the twist.
I don't know how. I went 2 years on the internet without knowing. But the internet was a different place back in
many fewer memes.
Yeah.
To ruin everything. Dude, I remember watching. I hadn't seen it, and then I think it was like New Year's. Like we used to go over to my buddy's house because like I was best friends with him, and my brother was best friends with his brother, and my mom was best friends with his mom and stuff. So we celebrated New Year's together a lot. And we went over there and he's like, you seen Sixth Sense? I'm like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
And like,
I feel like I'm in danger.
Yeah. I just remember seeing that old movie and it was not the old movie, like at the end of the movie, and I was like, holy shit. And it was on VHS. Like, he had it.
I am that guy that even though there's signs all through the movie.
Yeah.
Signs all through the movie. It still got to the end, and I was just like,
oh my God.
I never saw that coming.
Spoiler alert, he's his dad. I mean, I didn't see The Matrix till 2018. No idea why. If you didn't see it like right when it came out, it kind of fizzled. Like I feel like they did the sequels that didn't.
Well,
make
yeah,
it.
that's what I was about to say. If you just watched The Matrix a couple of years ago and you didn't watch 2 or 3, just stop there. Just
Yeah, you're good.
yeah, you're good.
Wait until the sequel that's apparently coming out like
Yeah.
but next year.
Even though 3, yeah, we won't. I don't even want to
I'm
get
so
into that.
confused.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
there were parts of 2 and 3 I liked, but it just kept on. It was just like, hey,
Yeah. Well, they said it was shot as one movie. And then they were like, oh, this is too long. So they cut it in half. I'm like, why didn't you just chop the living daylights out of that movie? And
yeah.
it would have made a really good
No,
movie.
the way they left off the first one, it left it to your imagination. And that's way better than.
I agree. I'm just saying because what was supposed to be 2 ended up become 2 and 3. It's like, why didn't you just chop the living shit out of it?
2 and 3.
To just make it 2. Like it's one movie, one sequel instead of 2 sequels.
Instead of dragging it out.
Because that, was long. And green, very green. Like it had that weird green overtone.
Yeah.
Throughout the entire thing, which I'm like, but the first one didn't. Like, is it because we're looking through it through Neo's eyes?
Now that we know the secrets, the architect.
It makes stuff green.
No.
Too much kale.
I'm rooting for Mr. Anderson.
That's the conspiracy theory, man. Letting the world know about kale.
Kale. Oh, hour and 45.
Actually, just a secret backdoor plot for this guy.
Frogman will come back. He's in the current comics, isn't he? I saw a picture the other day.
He just popped up. He's like an Avenger now or something.
Is he really? I saw him with Scarlet Spider and Gargoyle.
I'm trying to remember what book it was in that he popped back, but it's like a C-list, like hit squad essentially.
Oh, really?
It's so weird. I think it was Iron Man, maybe.
Because the caption, I think that was it. Because the caption said something about Gargoyle owning a restaurant of some kind, and then Frogman works as a busboy in the restaurant.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Which I'm good with. I like ridiculous. It's just I need to, and I have Marvel now. Yeah. I need something to read comics on.
Dude, you check out the Surface. The latest or the last gen of the Surface Pro tablet.
Mm-hmm.
I know they were clearancing those out all over the place.
Oh yeah,
the new one's coming down the pipe, I think, or it already did. I can't remember, but
yeah, I may have to do that
because I know a lot of people like Surfaces for that. Plus, then we could do stuff like this on that if you want to do goofy stuff. So,
right,
ideas. But for those who have been here the whole time, part of the time, any of the time, throw comments out there of like what you want to see, because we're out of ideas. Well, we haven't implemented any ideas, so if there's something you want to see, add some comments down below, and we'll
gonna work on stuff.
Purloin them. Also, purloin. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Plethora.
Do you even know what a plethora is?
How dare you, sir?
No,
I'm from.
Dude, I love that fucking movie. It's
Red Ninja.
Oh, Red Ninja. I'm watching on my phone, so I'm like.
Well, I just opened that last night when we were on, and
yeah,
I haven't had a chance to mess around with it.
Now's your chance, Robo. Now's your chance.
Messing with a ninja.
I don't know if you have a spare head laying around, but that retro Spidey with the pizza Spidey head makes this figure so much better.
Okay, wait. Back up. Which one?
So
retro
this is
Spidey.
The retro wave Spidey, the one that came on the animated series card.
Yep.
And then I added the pizza Spidey head to it.
And the color's slightly off. Just
slightly. Like in person,
can't
really notice. On camera, it's a lot more noticeable.
Gotcha.
But at least the one that I got, the webs were all misaligned on like the Ditko style head.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn it. So and the other one was all right, but I was like, if I was gonna put one on there, I was gonna put the Ditko style. But
I opened one. Oh, look, Plunderlings. There you are. What's happening?
oh yeah,
Uh, what was I opened my retro Spider-Man.
the fact that you can
Right.
get that much bend out of that butterfly joint.
Yeah. All I've done with it is scale comparison.
Oh,
So I
really?
stood them straight up and then put them down. I need to mess with it.
If he came with more hands, that would be my one critique of him. Is if he came with more hands, so many more things.
Any particular figs you're looking forward to in 2021? Plunder Strongs and Plunder Longs. How's that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. Like I'm still waiting on my Plunderlings. So
Yeah.
I did pre-order. So like I'm itching though, man. Like between you and Russ showing them off, I'm like, I want to play. I want to take them out and futz around with them.
Because they're fun. Like I
Right?
said, I just had this out a minute ago. I need to and getting to the review as soon as they come around in the queue. Good answer. Choo.
Nice. Why can't that's so weird. I have the YouTube stream pulled up, but it's like not popping up any comments. That way.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
haven't even checked.
Well, that's because they pop up on your feed. Let's try. Oh, oh no.
Yeah.
There we go.
When I bring it
there
up
we go.
on-
Okay. It's popping now.
and here's my dumbass. I'm looking at the YouTube feed
Yeah.
and I'm not moving. I'm like, oh, it's frozen. But it was a minute ago when I was looking at down, bringing it up.
Not
It's-
again, not again, not again.
Yeah.
Dude, honestly, the funny thing is all the beauty shots. I hate the new retro Spider-Man. His neck and lack of hands kill me, dude. If they threw in a couple more hands, the neck again when you like, I swapped out the head, and it looks so much better. The gap issue is fixed by this head, but like yeah, if he had a couple more hands, he probably would have been my figure of the year last year.
I gotta feel like they spent all the well, of course it's all new body, you know.
Yeah, it's all new tooling. So the honestly, the one thing that like the Plunderling figures look so cool, but the environments look so lush on like the beauty shots
Mhm.
that I'm like, I want some of those. Like throw out little Dio like kits or something. Those would be dope.
I'm gonna hit Target tomorrow. I've seen some people get a pirate ship that I've been wanting to
Nice.
give a try.
Dude, my buddy just gave me a Playmobil pirate ship for Ollie, for my son.
Mhm.
And Ollie was just like, cool. And I'm like, all right, I'm gonna clean it up just because it had been sitting in their garage for years. And I'm like, I do not remember Playmobil being like that detailed. So I was like, holy crap.
I never
one
had a
might
lot
be,
of Playmobil.
This one might be chilling out for a bit.
This may disappear for a little.
Depends on when the Plunderlings come in. Take some shots on that thing because it has like a little like cargo net type thing coming down. It's all hard plastic, so it's like
Mhm.
pop them on there.
The only Playmobil I've looked at is a couple of years ago. The Ghostbuster stuff was at J.C. Penney's,
Oh, that I'm
and
sure
I'd walk by it and see it, and I'm like, oh,
I had a dude come into the shop when I was working, and he was like, "Hey man, I need some money. I just bought all these like last month, and it was everything from like the first release."
Mhm.
And he was like, "I'll sell it to you all for $100." And I'm like, I said, I can't do it right now because like we didn't have stuff, and I'm like, I got 70 in my wallet, and he's like, I'll take it. I'm like, cool.
Dang.
And I had it for about a week, and then my friend was like, I can't find these anywhere. I'm looking for these. I want to get them for my wife for Christmas. And I'm like, oh, really? Well, what would you say if someone had all of it? He's made a couple bucks back.
That's right. That was what I was going to say. You sold it to him for $70, didn't you?
Yeah. Not much above that. I will say I did pull back.
Yeah.
I think I sold it to him for like 100. So I'm like, I made $30 on the deal, and he still saved like $150
Right.
because it was the firehouse and everything. And I'm like looking back at it now, I'm like, that would be
Well,
really cool to take shots with and stuff. But
some hair accessories would be great. And yeah, I want the diode Nick used too. Viv's is going crazy. He's got a terrarium thing going on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's getting a big tank
Dang.
to put underlings into all kinds of environment.
That's really neat.
And have it displayed. And then you can light it from the top and everything. And there's nothing alive.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about sticking your hand in and being like, what I get? Uh-oh.
Will Foosh ever do any more lines of articulated icons other than the feudal series? Working on stuff, seeing what's going on there. Going to make money on molds until we build up enough funds because then you get to the new sculpts, you have to pay for that, which means new tools, you got to pay for that. And it's a big process.
A couple shops around here are carrying them.
Are they?
Which has been really neat to see. I'm like, I have my White Ninja with the arm kit for a class, like a vintage Storm Shadow, that I whipped up, and then I had a couple of the Red Ninjas, but when I moved, I was trying to cover cost of moving, so I had to sell them. But yeah, such cool figures. There's just so much with them.
Yeah, the accessories and stuff, and then we have some on a boat right now.
Nice,
but
more Rainbow Ninjas. More Rainbow Ninjas.
I don't know if they've been solicited or not yet.
Oh,
I know it's the martial arts guy and the blue gi.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm not sure of the other colors.
I
don't really keep up with. I don't keep up with our own ninjas, you know.
Yeah. No, it's been that thing of like the two shops that carry them. It's like they bought, two of each color, and they just have them on the shelf all the way across. I'm like, that's real neat. I don't know why, it just tickles me. It's like, that's neat.
Oh yeah, tooling sucks. It's so that's the biggest cost. I mean, Kickstarter barely covered just tooling cost.
Dude, but I mean, between Plunderlings and articulated icons, you guys did it right. Where it's like there's so much that you can reuse and
flip around
between characters and stuff. I mean, on both fronts, it's like it goes back to the kind of Kenner mentality of oh man, we need to make Robin Hood. If only we had a character that shoots arrows. Oh wait, we have Green Arrow. It's like you can just reuse the crap. Look at Bucky Cap.
Yeah, and people tear them up, but I mean, it only makes sense to make a body that you can reuse for different things.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's like someone the other day was commenting. I took some pictures of Hydro Man and posted them up, and someone was like, "Yeah, it's all fully unique tooling." I'm like, "That's Luke Cage with new arms and water attachments to the legs."
And if it works, it works. Sometimes even the comic books, there's been comics with the whole team is the same body with different pouches.
So many pouches.
What else would you like to see done in the icons? I always want cowboys, but
that'd be cool.
That's a whole different ball game.
Gladiators would be pretty sweet.
Well, there's a gladiator line from overseas. From what's the name of that line?
I didn't think that one hit though.
Yeah. First series is out. He's working on second with female gladiators and everything.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing
I don't know who's working on it, but
I remember seeing like, hey, look, these are going to be a thing, and then I never saw anything about them again.
Well, I think it's overseas shops and eBay is where the only place you can grab them, or their own site. Yeah, it's just kind of here they are gone. Here's the next ones. He's got a quick turnaround. Looks like.
I would say soldiers, but you got Valaverse out there,
and G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of modern soldiers get snatched up quick.
Yeah,
I don't know. Vikings
would be dope. Hey man, this one. What is Rabo? I don't understand why they named this one that. Why has he got a sheep's bladder on his head?
Rabo. Yeah, it's Because when I think of something in the icons line, my brain goes to the manufacturing side too.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to wish list because I start thinking of, oh, that's going to be a crazy amount of tooling and that's going
Yeah.
to be difficult to
Ge-
put into
ge-
plastic form. With other people's toys, it's just like, oh, make
yeah.
this.
Generic 60s cosmonauts, like the over the top, like, bubble with the like
I kind of
rings
feel
on the
like
arms and stuff. That'd be
I
kind
kind
of
of feel
cool.
like Mofex did that with 2001.
Yeah, but I think like having a generic line where you have like a
Right,
male and female, like explorer, and then you could just swap out alien heads in them, or like swap out, hands.
right.
Like all of a sudden you have different species and stuff would be cool. I don't know. That's the cool thing is like icons is such a thematic one.
Hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Vikings.
Oh, pirates would be cool.
Pirates, yeah. I kind of feel like pirates, of course, pirates are not seasonal after
Yeah.
the Pirates movies, but oh yeah, they're so played out.
Now I'm just picturing like, yes. It's April. You know what that means. Time for pirates.
It's Pirate Month.
It's April.
Yeah, because I mean, you could do like generic versions of Thor and Odin because they're not actually owned by Disney. They're not
Yeah.
trademarked. You can't just do the Marvel versions though.
Yeah.
You just do a Viking with hammer, Viking with eye patch, and you can use names Thor and Odin, but
You could just make Thor from the old Hulk movie,
yeah, see,
right?
and make gray beast or green beast to go along with them.
Oof. Oof. Dude, the funny thing is looking back on that and being like, man, Nicholas Hammond could have crossed over as Spider-Man into that series. Then you would have had Spider-Man, Daredevil, the Hulk, and Thor in a series, and kind of Beast.
Right.
It's like, that's wild to think about.
Nicholas Hammond's still alive?
Yeah, he's still around.
Is he?
Yeah.
That'd be cool for him to show up in the Spider-Verse top thing.
I'm hoping, man. Like, I don't know if I can get it. Well, I think I can. There was a dude on Instagram talking about play dates. He made Spider-Man, and he made the Nicholas Hammond.
Yeah, we need this Thor figure.
Right?
It's just a metal breastplate.
Pretty much.
He's got the Thor, the T belt. I never realized.
Yeah. That's about the only thing that was.
He's got a hammer.
Yeah, but look at the hammer.
That's true. Is that just a sledge?
It looks like it. Like that they just beveled. But seriously, dude, like I made a Ferrigno for one of my buddies a bit back, and now I'm like, now I kind of want to make one to go with this guy.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Like he's got the...
You're always showing me action figure crotches on...
Yeah, look at it. No. I was trying to show you the web shooter.
Yeah.
But I swapped out the 12-inch Legends hand for it, but he's even got the zip in the back.
See, that's kick-ass.
And like there's a dude that just did a it's like a 6-inch resin print of like Ferrigno and Hammond, and they're so cool looking, but they're like $100 because he puts them in like classic looking packages.
You look at some and Thor's looking up at Hulk, you look at others and
yeah, they're on the level.
Yeah,
forced perspective, man.
I don't guess I've ever watched that.
Oh, have a plan to lay down somewhere.
Well, I remember watching that show on TV.
Dude, I remember checking. I used to check that video out from the library, because we had like a Blockbuster and a Panorama Video here in the city, but like for some reason the local library had like 2 or 3 of the Hulk like tapes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was awesome. They had the Trial of the Incredible Hulk and Hulk Returns. That one, right there.
The Hulk
Hey.
returns.
So weird. It was a different time.
It definitely was, because Wonder Woman was on at the same time.
Yep. Well, and that's the thing that like I see so many people, you know, when they're like fantasizing of like the retro teams and such, and it's like Marvel had so much going at that one time, but then people do like Linda Carter, Adam West, and Burt Ward, and then like Christopher Reeves, and I'm like,
Right.
those were a little separated.
You know, I had forgotten that he was in this costume too, and
Yeah, the all black. Because I think I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure that's what John Romita Jr. based his off of. For
really?
Man Without Fear.
And then they turn around and use it in the Netflix series
and make it look awesome.
Yeah, I love that Mezco figure, except for the elbows.
Dude, the I made a custom 1/6 scale figure that I had in my display for a while, and it's just I friggin' loved it.
How can Stan look old in?
Because he had the white, man. He had the white in his hair. Like that was when he was kind of Reed Richardsing it.
Oh no! Everybody's seeing how I misspelled trial when I first Googled this. No.
No, you shall not see this.
Yeah.
Never.
Unpopular opinion. I wasn't a fan of in-game Hulk. I wanted one more fight with him and Thanos.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that the rumors about like a Hulk movie like will come to fruition, but
Like a redemption type thing.
yeah. I want to and that's the thing is I want to see like the Ed Norton movie I really enjoyed, but like going back and watching it now, like the effects and whatnot really stand out. Whereas you watch Endgame or you watch any of the end run movies and it's like, wow, like okay, I want to see this Hulk fight anybody, fight the leader, fight the Abomination, fight Not Mr. What is Mr. Purple? No, not Mr. Purple. What the hell was Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs? It's
4 rooms.
What?
4 rooms.
What 4 rooms?
Was he in 4 rooms?
I think so. Oh yeah. Sorry, I was like, huh?
What is his name?
Tim something.
Tim Curry. Perfect. That's it.
Anticipation.
Mr. Orange.
There we go. Tim Roth. Yeah.
There's rumors that he's going to be back for one of them, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, as Emil Blonsky, as the Abomination.
Yeah.
I want to see the leader. They teased him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right, make his head boom boom.
As I can't remember Stearns.
Yeah.
He was the guy from Oh Brother.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, so Emil Blonsky is coming back for She-Hulk.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. So
liar.
And Rob Roy, The Hateful Eight, Pulp Fiction, Planet of the Apes. What was he in Planet of the Apes? Thade. Oh, all right.
Oh, he was the cowboy at the first of the the singing cowboy. What it was on Netflix.
Oh,
The Ballad of Scruggs.
Josie Scruggs. Something like that. No, that's I'm Googling Ballad of Netflix.
The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
There we go.
Yeah. Tim Blake Nelson.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we get some sort of cameo from Ruffalo in She-Hulk, because I think it'd be funny as shit if like he came down for lunch or something.
From what the only thing they've said about it, right, is it's a courtroom comedy.
Yeah, it's basically playing off of Dan Slott's run.
Oh, Dan Slott's, because back in the back in the day, it was kind of a comedy title,
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
it?
like John Burns' run on it was like totally tongue in cheek, breaking the fourth wall. Like
Right.
Dan Slott's run on it is literally it focuses on her being a lawyer, but like she's stuck as She-Hulk, so she'll like open doors and like rip them off, and like there's Rawhide Kid's a regular character in there, Hellcat's in there. If
Wasn't
you get
that was the
what,
same concept though, wasn't it? She couldn't change back in the day in Burns run.
so the weird thing is I know, and I think it was Slott's second run she could change back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it plays off of a bunch of those tropes and stuff, but it's bonkers. Like if you got Marvel Unlimited, check it out. It reads quick.
Oh, did I say Marvel Now a minute ago? It's PlayStation Now that I think of it the same thing.
Oh,
Unlimited. I do have unlimited.
yeah,
I just don't like reading on my phone.
that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would just check for a cheap tablet, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do.
But
well, it's 2 hours. What do you think?
yeah, man, I think we're good.
It's a good test.
I think we had good feedback and stuff. I just messaged a couple of the guys that had to bail and just said, hey, let us know what you think. And
yeah. Try to turn this into a semi-regular thing. Or yeah, it's a good test either way.
yeah, well, and I got like I said, I have a cord coming for this and a new webcam, so I'll be a little bit steadier instead of this.
Well, you know, it's
Trying.
not a big deal. Not a big deal.
I mean, the audio seems to be coming through really nice too. So, but yeah, no. So, yeah, I guess we can end this part and talk
Okay.
behind the curtain.
Lazy Saturday.
Yes.
All right, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. I should have probably announced this somewhere, but I didn't expect people to actually stop in.
Hey, it was fun, man.
But yeah, I'll announce it next time. I'll let everybody know. Later.
Bye.
How do I end broadcast? I'm saying later and then I awkwardly fumble around for the end broadcast.